Good morning. It's a bit of a chilly morning as well. October chilliness is coming in. This is my next project. It's a Hohner Arietta 72 bass. It's got two voices in the treble, two MM in the treble to give you the kind of tremolo sound. And what I'm going to do on this particular video is just show you how I tackle a common problem with some of these older accordions, and it's that the mechanism for switching between a single reed and tremolo reeds is quite stiff. It's working, but it's stiff. And so I'm just going to show you in this video how I would go about making that work a lot better. So the first thing is to take the pins out from the treble side, which I've already done, and put them into my little block. And then next thing is just to have a look inside the treble side and see what's going on, and I can hopefully show you how I'm going to get these switches working a bit better. So just put the bass side down for a second, put that down there. So here we go, let's have a little look. So in the treble side here, I'll focus that in a little bit, as I'm pushing, hold it up, hey, there we go, as I'm pushing one of the selectors, there's a mechanism inside that's operating or changing the number of notes that are playing at one time. So what I'll do, I'll change the camera position so you can actually see much more clearly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to turn it around so you can see in here. So just give me a tick. That's better. Right, so when you press one of the switches, what's happening is that these little plates are moving. So what these are doing, these are where the switches are attached, 1, 2, 3 here, and as you push or pull the switch, a little rod which comes out is moving these pivots like that, and that's attached to another rod, and more rods going down here, a little bit going down here. And then what's actually happening is that these rods here are attached to metal plates which go inside the reed block, and these metal plates slide like this inside the reed block to close off or open up reeds. And the main issue with this kind of stiff mechanisms on this kind of accordion is that the slides, metal slides that go in that way, they're not sliding freely. So that's the main reason why it all starts to feel a bit stiff. So what I'm going to do is take out the reed blocks and I'll show you what those slides look like. So I'm just going to move that back a touch. There we go. I'll take out these and I'll show you what they look like. So what I need to do is get my little screwdriver and just here undo these little screws. This hasn't been taken apart for some time. So undo this one as well. I don't think this has been apart since new, which is interesting, but there we go. So that's just undone those two little. Now, if I can just get you a good angle on this. Everything's out of the way. Okay. Okay, I'll take these out, and I'm just messing around with angles here. Wait. That's better. That's much more like it. Right, let's take these out. Now you've got to be careful with these because there are some very delicate metal slides inside there. So let me just take this one out. So just got to lift it up, and I'm going to pull this away, and then hopefully you can see here I've got the metal slide. There we go, going in that. Now I can feel that's not sliding very well, so what I'm going to do is just going to pull that slide out, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a polish up. So just take that out. There it is. There it is. So that's a slide here. So I'm going to get a very soft cloth, just give it a nice little polish. I'm not going to put anything on it. I really don't want to put anything on there, get any moisture on there at all, because any moisture going on here, one, it could cause a little bit of corrosion, and two, it might cause the wood to swell inside. So I'm just going to get a soft, what I'm going to actually use as a soft lens cloth for glasses, and just give that a little polish. So let me just go and get one of those. Okay, so this is my plate here. I'm going to just get a little polish up with my lens cloth. I'm just going to get rid of any dirt, just make it really shiny without getting any moisture on it. So let's just give that a little bit of a polish. Now the important thing here is not to bend it. They're very, very delicate. They can be easily bent, and then once they start getting to kinked or bent, then you've got a devil of a job getting them back in again. So that's the, you've got to keep them flat, you've got to keep them straight. So I'll give that a little polish. There you go, and then I'm just going to put it back into the okay, and that already feels really nice, feels a lot better than it did before. I'm just going to give it a bit more polish up, just get everything really shiny, and that should be fine. And the last little thing I'm going to do is, once I've cleaned up the slide, give it a nice point, I'm just going to put a tiny little bit, this is cycle lubricant, but only a tiny little drop just on the pivots of the mechanism, but really hardly anything, just in case. That might make a little bit of a difference, but it shouldn't make too much difference. But I'll just put a little bit on there, and then I'll put the reed box back in, and we'll see we've got a nice difference. That's gone in. Okay, so that's feeling good. So I'll do the same thing to that one. And then I can just, I've got to do it now. I'm going to get this little bit of cycle lube. I'm going to get myself a little rag just to mop anything up. Get a bit of a towel so I don't get too much on there, and just protect everything a little bit. So I'm just going to put a tiny drop there, 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 there. Hardly anything, just mop up any mess that I might have made. And it's just got a little bit down there. And that's enough. Tiny, hardly anything really. So let me just do the same thing to that one, and then I'll start putting things back together and I'll show you what it looks like. Just give me a sec. Right, so the second one's done. Just polish that one up. The one thing to be careful of is that you have got the correct slide in the correct reed block, because they can vary. So when you take them out, be careful not to get them muddled up. So the next step is to reattach the slide to the mechanism. So you've got a little rod and there's a little hole. So what you've got to do is engage that. So what you've got to pull it up a little bit, engage that into the hole, which is a little bit tricky. So you have to just move the... There you go. So make sure that's fully engaged, and then you can push that in. Like so. It's a little bit of a fiddly job that, but that will now sit down like so. And then I'll do the same thing for the other one. So just make sure that rod's lifted up a little bit. Get that to engage. And there we go. And that will just slide in. Just top tip here. Just be careful, because if you start bending those slides, you're going to have problems. So that should be just re-tightened up. Find my screwdriver. I might use that one, slightly bigger screwdriver actually. Get those tightened up on there, and let's see how that mechanism now works. So just snug those down. Go. That's it. So now I just turn it around and let's see how that all works. And there we are. That feels like it probably felt when it was new. So it just feels nice and smooth. Doesn't feel stiff. Yeah, and there we are. So that's a little video on how to get the treble couplers working properly, and hope that was useful. Okay, see you in the next video.